I got a lot to say, man. And some of y'all fans of all you geeks and gamers and the critical drinkers and Mr. H and all you dudes who the fans of these dudes, I got a lot to say about y'all and I got a lot to say about them. Yeah, let's get into it. All right, Toy Talk, you know what it is, man. So if you want to leave a donation, link is right on the screen. So today's episode, I'm gonna be talking about how Grace Randolph and your boy, the critical drinker, posted a poll and the Snyderverse won unanimously by a big margin. And I want to talk about how these dudes, in my opinion, are actively trying to destroy Zack Snyder and his fan base. And I'm going to call out the hypocrisy and the bullshit that they always talking about. Today is going to be a rough one for you motherfuckers. Trust me when I tell you. All right. And I'm also too going to watch a video by Tyrone Magnus. And yeah, so if you want to leave a donation, link is on the screen. And this is Toy Talk. Hey man, all the beautiful single sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know the final ones at. Just don't harass them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Also too, January 1st, I will be doing an award ceremony on this page for all the up and coming YouTubers under 200,000 subscribers. Not all, but the ones that I pick. And yes, if you win, you will win in the cash prize. The content creator of the year will be winning the cash prize. So make sure you're here for that. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, January 1st, New Year's Day. All right, so look, man, let's get to this, man, because this is pissing me off. All right, so this comes courtesy of Tyrone Magnus. Shout out to him, man. I hope he shout me out one day. You know what I'm saying? Always followed him. I followed his channel before he had 1 million subscribers. Now he has 2 million. That's crazy. But he's always doing good work, man. So let's get it.
Oh my! The fans have spoken. You know, I saw the title to this and it immediately reminded me of my own poll. Because I forgot I put it out yesterday. And it hasn't even been 24 hours. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel crushes James Gunn's Superman in massive critical drinker poll. Well.
So let me, this is full disclosure here. You know what I'm saying? I am a huge fan of Critical Drinker. I don't always have to agree with him because sometimes I think he actually be fucking drunk. But I'm a huge fan of his and I usually like his takes all the time. But when it comes to Zack Snyder, I don't like his takes at all. I think his takes are way off. Some of the stuff that he be nitpicking, because I'm gonna call these guys the nitpickers. They walk around with their little pitchforks. They're called the nitpickers. But to me, a lot of times I think that they be overly critical to Zack Snyder because of his fan base and because he has such a strong fan base. But I'm gonna get into it a little more. I just wanted y'all to understand that. I really, truly like the Critical Drinker. I just don't like the fact that some of the things that he says be way off base to me. And I'll be like, what the fuck you talking about, dog? Like, come on.
That's big. Seen bigger. I didn't realize that my poll was even bigger than the drinkers poll. Now that's funny.
This is crazy. This is crazy. So let's say Tyrone Magnus, restore the Snyderverse, keep DCU, or no restore Snyderverse. 57% said restore the Snyderverse. The drinker put a poll up. James Gunn Superman or Zack Snyder Superman or Man of Steel Superman, whatever. And what is that? 90% of the people said Zack Snyder. And you have to understand, the critical drinker really don't mess with Zack Snyder like that. Actually, I would say he don't like Zack Snyder at all. None of his movies. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they like Zack Snyder movies. Him, Geeks and Gamers, and I'm gonna get into Geeks and Gamers in a second, because he says something that was just it almost knocked me out my fucking chair. I'm not even gonna lie. It really almost knocked me out my chair. Like, for real. Like,
so many jokes with that line. So many jokes. Because with the post here, it says that Drinker has 2,191 votes. Then I took a look at mine. Whoa. I didn't realize that I had over 9,000 votes. It's over 9,000! I didn't realize I had over 9,000 votes. People are chiming in and voting for this poll.
And this is what I really don't understand, right? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be cursing a lot in this fucking episode. I might be censoring my cursing myself. But this is what I don't fucking like. Why is it that whenever we talk about Zack Snyder, why do people get so offended? I don't know what it is. I don't. I see Critical Drinker, I see Geeks and Gamers, and I see the other guy with the gas mask, Mr. H, all of these guys. I'm not gonna say they get offended, but it's like they do get offended when people say they like Zack Snyder. Some of them go as far as saying that they don't understand why people like Zack Snyder so much. It's kind of like, and I've seen people say this, that his fan base is retarded or to that effect. Kind of like, oh yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. How is it that my thing is like, why does it fucking upset you so much that people like Zack Snyder's movies? Why do you care so much? I can understand that you are a critic. I get it. But sometimes I think y'all criticisms, y'all tried to, in my opinion, a lot of y'all with y'all criticisms, I think y'all go to the point where it's kind of aggressive for no reason. It's kind of like y'all trying to cut people as deep as you can for no reason, or being as offensive as possible for no reason. Some of y'all, like y'all get upset when y'all call Zack Snyder's fandom toxic, when y'all the ones that are breeding toxic people. When you call people's fandoms toxic or all kinds of names, what do you think that does to people when you call them names? Now again, I'm not on no soft shit. I've never been on no soft shit. I'm just telling you that you can't be mad when you call somebody toxic and then they defend themselves off of the people that you telling your audience that these fans are toxic. How to get Zack Snyder fandom toxic when Zack Snyder fandom is the one that was carrying the DCU? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I see people jump into my comments. This don't bother me. Y'all don't do nothing to me, man. When you jump in my comments, that don't do nothing for me, boy. Y'all jump in my comments. It's like, oh, well, I see we got another one of these toxic Snyder fan pages. I see. Oh my God. Why do you even comment? Why? Just because somebody wants something doesn't make them toxic. And I want to be clear to the Critical Drinker and all of these other channels geeks and gamers and the rest of y'all, just because somebody is requesting something, that doesn't make them toxic. I don't understand y'all logic behind that. Is there some people who do some things? That's in every fandom, there's some people. But overwhelmingly, you put up a poll and the poll said that they want Zack Snyder back. And it's like, to y'all, it's mind blowing.
Wow. Now, me and his poll are similar, but a little different. And before you guys say, oh, that side, the big size of the poll isn't big enough, because no. Plenty of polls are done with a sample size of a few thousand people to gauge the temperature of a particular subject going on in the nation. Also, sample sizes of a few thousand are used in studies. All right? Studies about a ton of things, mental, physical, all types of things, medications.
And you don't even have to explain it, because a lot of them know, but they just act oblivious. They act stupid. You know, they know exactly what you're talking about, but they just act stupid. Just like with all of these people, Critical Drinker, the geeks and gamers, for some reason, they're so oblivious. They can't believe that people actually want the Snyderverse. And it's like, oh, we still on this? Yeah. What are you talking about? People been asking for this since 2017. What do you mean are we still on this? It's like y'all act, Grace Randolph, all of y'all act as if y'all are so mind blown by it. Oh, I can't believe that people actually still want the Snyderverse. People been saying they want the Snyderverse forever. And y'all act as if y'all don't understand that. I don't understand. It's because y'all have this disdain for Zack Snyder so much that y'all can't believe that people actually want the Snyderverse. It's like, Grace Randolph said, I can't believe that they're still asking for this. What the fuck you think we've been asking for the whole time? We've been asking for this. What do you mean? So when you put a poll up and people tell you overwhelmingly they want the Snyderverse, why do you act as if it's so mind-blowing to you? You heard this for years. Y'all been hearing this. I don't get it. Y'all been hearing this. All of y'all, from geeks and gamers. This goofy motherfucker said some real stupid shit the other day. He said something real stupid. He said he don't know, basically, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, I don't know why people, because they asked him what was one of Zack Snyder. They said, if Zack Snyder had a writer and he had a writer and he just did the cinematography and that was it. So what the best movie he did when that happened was Watchmen, right? Okay, Watchmen, classic by the way, Watchmen. Then they said, well, he said, well, outside of that, everything else, it was garbage, hot garbage, or whatever he said, right? He said that, something to the effect of he don't know why people like 300 so much. And he said, it just felt like a green screen. It really didn't do anything. What? 300 is probably one of the most iconic movies of all time. When people reference that movie, what are we talking about? That was a culture phenomenon for years. 300 people, when you talk about 300, they're still using references from that movie today. This is Sparta, all of this. What are you talking about? But again, this is people who don't like Zack Snyder. It's not the fact that they can give a fair shake or they can be unbiased. No, they don't like Zack Snyder. They don't like his movies. They don't like his fandom. So they give a take as if they're being objective. They're not being objective. They're being fucking dickheads. That's it. Whenever you say that you believe that all of Zack Snyder's movies are trash, the last movie he did wasn't good, Rebel Moon, I'll give you Rebel Moon 2. I didn't like Rebel Moon 2 too much. I thought it was okay to average, not that great. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it too much. But part 1, I thought was pretty good. It wasn't a classic, but it was actually good. And everybody that I know seen it said it was good. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even into Zack Snyder like that. They said it was good. He also said that Army of the Dead wasn't good, or Planet of the Dead, whatever the last Zack Snyder movie that he did about zombies. He said that wasn't, well, it really wasn't that good either. What? It's like a lot of y'all, I think that y'all know that y'all, I'm not going to say offend people, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. And it's not, that doesn't get me upset. It's the way you go about it, by offending people, by doing it, by saying that people are retarded for liking Zack Snyder. Or I don't understand if you kind of like saying, well, if you like this guy, then I just don't understand how you would have to be an airhead, dunce, stupid to actually like this movie. Stuff like that is offensive to people, because you're basically saying, you're putting people on the fence, basically say, well, if I like it, the critical drinker is saying that I am a dummy if I like this movie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you have to actually listen to the critical drinker, but for some people, you are very impressionable. So when you do stuff like this and you say stuff like that, obviously that's going to bother people. And it's going to say, and then when you say people are toxic, but then you talk about like stuff, you talk about people the way you talk about people in their fandom, then of course you're going to breed toxic people or people who give you some pushback. A lot of y'all don't think like that. A lot of y'all think like, y'all just think on the lines of what you saying, and that's what it is. I'm giving you the hard line, and that's what it is. No, if you're being offensive to people, they're going to defend themselves and they're going to say something to you. Like, come on, bro. Oh, it's just my opinion. Yo, it's just my opinion too. So you can't call me a toxic person because I'm defending myself against what you're doing to me. Like, come on, bro. Stop it.
So don't try that. And they in turn use those studies to further push forward with enhancing people, taking diseases out, changing laws, whatever it is that it is, all right? So, I ain't even got to the article yet. Look at that. That's crazy. 90-10. For drinker right there. I gave a third option. So mine was restore the Snyderverse, keep the DCU, or what I've been saying forever, just let them both run parallel. You do that with the comics, just do it with the movies. Look at that. I mean, WB, Netflix, Comcast, Paramount, Saudis, Snyder, Gunn, you see what's going on.
And that's another thing that really bothers me about people like the critical drinker and Grace Randolph and the rest of these people who don't like Zack Snyder. They actually go out of their way to pretend as if this is not a big movement. I don't understand this. Y'all don't think that all of these different outlets don't see this? Y'all think that, let me explain something to y'all, because I think y'all misunderstanding, or y'all not reading the room. And I know y'all smart. Don't get me wrong. I know, excuse me, that y'all smart. I know y'all smart. But just because you smart doesn't mean you intelligent, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that y'all smart and intelligent. I'm not even going to disrespect y'all. But I just think that y'all let y'all biases blind y'all so much that you can't believe it. It's like it's unbelievable to you, right? So check this out. I want you to understand something. Outside of WB being sold, you know what is the biggest talking point outside of that is restore the Snyderverse. People are literally asking for Warner Brothers to be sold so Zack Snyder could come back. That's it. You could try to dance around it and say, oh man, I can't believe this. That's not the reason why. Okay, no, because listen, bro. let's be clear. I would even go as far as saying that Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers being sold, and Zack Snyder don't even work for Warner Brothers. This is the crazy part. Warner Brothers being sold and Zack Snyder, news is about the same, bro. I would probably even say that maybe Warner Brothers being sold is a little higher, but I know y'all try to downplay Zack Snyder and y'all try to downplay the Snyderverse and the movement, but the topic at hand is Warner Brothers is being sold because people want the Snyderverse back. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is, whether you like it or not. Nobody's saying Warner Brothers being sold because they want Harry Potter to come back, or Lord of the Rings, or HBO Max to release all of these different things. Nobody's saying that. The topic is WB being sold to bring back the Snyderverse. That's what people care about. You've seen it with your own poll. All of y'all, the same people that goes against Zack Snyder or don't particularly like Zack Snyder, look at the polls. Your polls, this is on your channel. Excuse me. It's on your channel. They're basically saying, no, we want the Snyderverse back. And y'all can't believe in 2025, people are still asking for the Snyderverse. Grace Randolph said, I just can't believe this. I don't know what to say. They're asking for Snyder still. What the hell? What do you mean, what the hell? What do you mean? Like, I don't understand it.
Y'all see what's going on. Y'all know what the fans want. So give it to us. YouTuber Critical Drinker ran his own Superman poll during a live stream, and the results weren't even close. Unlike Grace Randolph's poll, which excluded thousands of Snyder fans due to years of blocking. I think, you probably can't.
And my thing is like, it says she blocking people that, how do you know that like she blocking people? They said that there was Snyder fans, right? Because they say they think she was wrong for saying she gave a critique or something that Zack Snyder did. And I think it's wrong for you to, if someone gives a critique of something and you basically disrespect them. I don't think you should do that. You know what I'm saying? As a fan of anybody, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some fans are like that. But that's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's not all the fans.
You probably can't participate in the poll. I know you're not allowed to comment. I wouldn't think you'd be allowed to participate. Maybe you would be, though. I don't know. Although I don't think that would make much of a difference. I think it would be. I highly doubt Grace has blocked thousands of people. Well, no, I probably have over the years. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure that Grace Randolph has a team working for her, and they probably have, or it could be she could have a bunch of people who would go through blocking people if they. But my thing is, some of these people, because I believe she interviewed Zack Snyder one time. She interviewed Zack Snyder, I believe she did, and I think Tyrone Magnus did too. I think he interviewed Zack Snyder too. But I definitely think that they fell off the wagon and hit their head if they thought that the Snyderverse was dead. Like, come on, bro. Like, I never seen a movement this strong. Like in the movie industry, I would say Zack Snyder, Justice League, Zack Snyder to me is such a polarizing figure in the movie world. I think that he's so popular and he has such a influence on a lot of these new movies that it's hard to ignore him. And I'm telling you now, I think a lot of y'all just don't want to be wrong. I think y'all don't want to be wrong. I think y'all, you know what? I'm gonna let him go on some more, and then I'm gonna
It wouldn't really make a difference though. So I think there's still. Anyway, so, because you got plenty of shadow watchers. See, the people that get blocked are the people that run their mouth. You got plenty of people that sit in the shadows and hate on you. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. You know, they're just lurking. And every once in a while, they'll get up the nerve to say something, then ban, blocked. You know, but anyway, which excludes thousands of Snyder fans due to years of blocking. Drinker's audience poll wasn't skewed, and fans made their choice immediately. With more than 8,000 people watching live, fans picked Man of Steel over James Gunn's Superman within minutes.
And my thing is like, excuse me, my thing is like, how do you not pick Man of Steel over Superman? I mean, come on, bro. James Gunn had Superman rescuing a squirrel, bro. Let me say that again. James Gunn had Superman rescuing a squirrel, bro. I'm telling you right now, if you compare Man of Steel to you compare Man of Steel to Superman, James Gunn Superman, I don't know what to even tell you. It's like night and day to me. There's no way in the world you can compare the two. James Gunn Superman, excuse me, damn. James Gunn Superman, to me, felt like a Tubi movie. It felt like a high budget Tubi movie. That's what it felt like. A high budget Tubi movie versus Man of Steel. Like, it was so bloated, so generic, so it felt like a Tubi movie. But Man of Steel, nah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm gonna watch Man of Steel tonight.
Out of 2,100, yeah, and Drinker's not particularly a fan of Snyder like that. So that shows you something interesting, because a lot of times you can, if you're a fan of something, you tend to attract a lot more, fans of a particular thing. So I find that interesting. With more than 8,000, let's say out of 2,191 votes at the time of the screenshot, a whopping 90% chose Snyder's. Yeah, so that's why I said I don't know what his has now. And mine isn't even 24 hours old yet. A poll that actually reflects the audience. Drinker hasn't blocked the Snyderverse community, so his poll reached a full cross-section of the fandom. That's a direct contrast to Randolph's poll, where a huge portion of pro-Snyder accounts couldn't vote. The fact that, I'm going to try that. I'm going to put a poll up on my Twitter.
Well, let's end it there. Yeah, man, I just find it real funny that these dudes be out here actively going against Snyder just actively. Like, I understand if you don't like Zack Snyder, but when you start to insult people, I just think that that's corny. It's corny when you do that. It's corny. It's corny when you call the fandom toxic, and you, like, some of y'all think that y'all don't even realize that y'all are just as toxic or even more toxic. Some of y'all creator or movie critics or whatever. Some of the stuff, now don't get me wrong, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I get it. But when you start insulting people, I just think that that's wrong. I think it's wrong for you to do that. I mean, who gives a fuck what I think though, right? But still in all, I gotta say it. I think it's wrong when y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the crazy thing is, I noticed, like, with a lot of gamers, you know, I don't even want to turn this into I don't even want to do all that. I'm just gonna say, a lot of y'all gamers, I know, I see y'all, because I'm a gamer too. I just don't talk about it on here, but I'm a gamer. You know what I'm saying? And I watch certain things too. And I remember I was picking up my Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm standing in line and I'm talking to this guy behind me, and he's telling me we talking about Game of Thrones. And this one guy gonna turn to me and say, "Oh, what you know about Game of Thrones?" And I said, "What you mean? Well, I know a lot about Game of Thrones." They're gonna say, "Well, I wouldn't have never thought that." And I'm like, "Well, what makes you say that? What makes you say that you don't know What makes you think that? Like, what I supposed to only know about The Wire? Like, what makes you think that I don't know about Game of Thrones? I call myself the King of the North. Like, what makes you think that? I couldn't understand why he said that. And he really couldn't explain it. 'Cause I know why he said it, and I don't want to get into that. I'm just saying, sometimes people say things and they're offensive and they don't understand or know that they're being offensive. Like basically saying like, I shouldn't know about, or I shouldn't be worried about Game of Thrones. Like as if, and it turns out I know more about Game of Thrones than he do. And it's like, and I know about The Wire too, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I know about all them shows. I was a big HBO head back in the day. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace, bye.